Let's consider these two examples. The first one is what um, is my sister ate the cake. It's an active sentence. So if we need to switch this sentence to the passive voice, we need to follow the four steps method. So there are four steps should be applied on the active sentences to be shifted into the um, passive voice. So my sister ate the cake. So first of all, we need to get rid of the subject. Where is the subject? My sister. Then put the object at the beginning of your sentence. So where's the object? The cake. Now the cake, what? Look at the verb to be. So conjugate the verb to be in the past simple tense because the sentence, the active sentence, is written in the past tense, so the verb to be should be in the past simple tense. So the cake was what? Now we need to put the main verb in its what? Participle form. So eat, ate, and the third form of the verb is what? Is eaten. So now this sentence is what? The cake was eaten. So the cake was eaten. So you could say the cake was eaten by my sister, but we think that it's not important to mention the doer of the action. Now let's consider example number two. Cats eat mice. Uh, Again, it's written in the active voice. Now we need to follow the same story, the four steps. We need to apply this method on all active sentences to be what? To be switched to the passive sentence. So cats eat mice. Now mice are eaten by cats. Mice are eaten by cats. Now let's talk about the reasons to use the passive voice. There are actually some reasons, one of which is what? The subject is a noun, obvious or not important. Again, the subject is a noun, obvious or not important. I mean, we need to know how to deal with the passive voice. So let's consider these examples. Somebody stole the mobile phone. Uh, so it's an active sentence. Somebody what stole the mobile phone. Now the subject is what? Is a noun. We don't know who the subject is. Somebody stole the mobile phone or the mobile phone. Now the mobile phone was stolen. The mobile phone was stolen. So now you could see that we switched the active to passive. Let's consider the mechanic fixed the car. Of course, we know well that their job, mechanics what do what? They fix cars. So it's what is obvious that the car was what? I mean fixed by the mechanic. So as well, we don't need to mention the doer of the action because it's obvious for us. Cars are fixed by uh, the mechanics. Now let's consider he was arrested. He was arrested. So again is obvious subject, agent, do of the action. So he was arrested, or we could say the thief was arrested by the police. So now it's quite obvious that the police arrested him. Let's consider the last two examples. The roads were fixed quickly. Our house is being painted. So, of course, we know that local government fix the roads quickly. Our house is being painted. Uh, so X company is painting our house. So it's not important who the subject is. So it's not important because in the end they are fixed, the rows are okay, and we, I mean we don't care who fix them. Uh, The other reason is what? To avoid the blame or hide the identity of the subject. So uh, the window is broken. So it's what is written in the passive voice. So no blame for you in that situation. You avoid saying, Mom, I broke the window. Why? If you say so, Mom could or Mom would punish you. Now, in this situation, the passive voice helps protect you from any blame or responsibility. That's why kids always, follow this kind of, I mean, talk. They don't say, Mom, I broke the window because they know the consequences. Mom could punish them instead. I mean, the passive voice helps them get rid of such bad situations. And instead, they say, "What? The window is broken." As well, the second example, mistakes were made. Passive. You avoid saying, "I made mistakes." Why? Because you don't like to get troubles. The other reason the that we use the passive voice is what is to get sentence variety. Sentence variety like what? Of course, you could write your sentences in a standard subject verb object structure. That's okay. You use the active voice in writing your sentences. Okay. Uh, so consider the example. She did A, then she did B, after that she did C. Note, you could write all your sentences in a standard subject verb object. She did A, then she did B, after that she did C. What's the problem with this sentence? No problem at all. It's grammatically okay. The passive allows you to play with sentence structures. I mean, instead of saying she did A, then she did B, after that she did C, you could say what? She did A. C was then done until she had completed B. So the passive allows you to do what? To play with sentence structures. You try different varieties of sentences. Why? The main reason is to avoid a boring writing. That's why we try to use different sentence structures like the second one, she did A, C wasn't done until she had completed B. Four, to sound more personal, often in writing. So uh, uh, let's consider this example. Of course, we follow this kind of writing in academic writing in research papers. uh,